Etheridge New Testament, the preaching of Mark the Evangelist. And he began again to teach by the seaside, and great assemblies were gathered to him, so that, ascending, he sat in a bark on the sea, and the whole multitude stood on the land by the edge of the water. And he instructed them by many parables, and said in his teaching, Listen, behold, a sower went forth to sow, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowl came and devoured it, and other fell upon the rock, so that it had not much earth, and it soon came up, because it had not depth of earth. But when the sun arose, it became hot, and inasmuch as it had no root, it dried up. And other fell in a place of thorns, and the thorns sprang up, and choked it, and it gave no fruits. But other fell upon good ground, and it came up, and grew, and gave fruits, some 30, some 60, and some 100. And he said, Whoever hath ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was alone, they who were with him along with his 12 inquired of him concerning that parable. And Jesus said to them, To you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but to those without everything is in parables, that while seeing they may see and not see, and while hearing they may hear and not understand, lest they should be converted, and their sins be forgiven them. And he said to them, Do you not know this parable? How will you know all parables? The sower who sowed, the word sowed. These which were by the wayside, these are they in whom the word is sown. And when they have heard, immediately cometh Satan, and taketh up the word which was sowed in their heart. And these who upon the rock are sowed, these are they who, when they have heard the word, at once with joy receive it, but they have no root in themselves, but are only for a time. And when there is affliction or persecution on account of the word, they are soon offended. And these who in the place of thorns are sown, these are they who hear the word, and the care of this world, and the deceptiveness of wealth, and the remainder of other lusts entering, choke the word, and it is without fruits. And these who in good ground are sowed, these are they who hear the word, and receive, and give fruits, 30, and 60, and 100. And he said to them, A lamp never cometh to be put under a measure, or under a bed. Is it not set upon a candlestick? For nothing is hid which shall not be revealed, nor is there anything in secret which is not to be manifested. If any man hath ears to hear, let him hear. And he said to them, Consider what you hear. With that measure which you mete, you shall have measured to you, and there shall be added to you those which you hear. For whosoever hath, unto him shall be given, And whosoever hath not, that also which he hath shall be taken from him. And he said, So is the kingdom of God, as a man who shall cast seed into the earth, and shall sleep, and rise up by night and day, and the seed shall increase, and become long, while he knoweth not. For the earth yieldeth him fruit, and first is there the plant, and after it the ear, but lastly the completed corn in the ear. But when the fruit is mature, immediately cometh the sickle, because the harvest is come. And he said, To what may we compare the kingdom of God? And with what comparison shall we compare it? It is like a grain of mustard, which, when sown in the earth, is smaller than all seeds which are in the earth. And when it is sown, it springeth up, and becometh greater than all herbs, and maketh great branches, so that in its shadow the fowl can dwell. In parables such as these spake Jesus with them, in parables such as they could hear. And without parable did he not speak with them, but to his disciples, between him and them, he explained all. And he said to them that day, in the evening, Let us pass to the opposite shore. And they sent away the assemblies, and took him into the vessel, and other vessels were with him. And there was a great commotion and wind, and the waves fell upon the vessel, which was nigh being filled. But Jesus upon a pillow slept in the after part of the vessel, and they came and raised him, saying to him, Rabbon, hast thou no care that we are perishing? And he arose and restrained the wind, and said to the sea, Peace, be silent. And the wind ceased, and there was a great stillness. And he said to them, Why feared ye? How is it ye have no faith? And they feared with great fear, and said among themselves, Who is this, to whom the winds and the sea are obedient?